share, subscribe.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy HWK Jockey, and I'm coming at you guys with another Maximize Your Potential video. And in this video, we are maximizing the potential of none other than the Amazing Spider-Man, baby. Now, look, take all this with a grain of salt because I am not a good Spider-Man. Like 99% of the people in the world, not a good Spider-Man. But if I was, and when I do try to play him, I feel like these controls really make things a little bit easier. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there. These videos do not go over any advanced stick settings or any character, input dead zone, nothing like that. I only go over the button inputs. Okay, my job is to help you guys maximize your potential on these characters by minimizing the amount of time you are wasting putting in these inputs. Okay, because that is the difference between you losing a fight and D-ranking and winning a fight and ranking up to Grandmaster like you've always dreamed of. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into his moves. Now for the first move, oh my gosh, look at all the moves he has. His first move is going to be his web swing. I have that as R1. Okay, now you might be wondering why R1. I think you'll understand it as I go through, everything else and start to explain the other things I have mapped as. I don't know what the original mapping was, but R1 just makes the most sense for me, just because it's kind of close to like the Insomniac Spider-Man. I know that web swinging is R2, but that's the primary attack, so I'm not going to change that, to that or whatever. But R1 just makes sense. It's pretty simple to understand. Just hold it and you're swinging. I think I also changed that setting from not practice settings. I think I changed that from, I changed that to hold the swing, and then we got automatic swing on. These are the only advanced settings that, you can look at that I kind of changed or whatever. I forgot what the originals were, but I know definitely hold the swing because I didn't like tapping the swing. But yeah, R1 is pretty, it just feels natural. Like, honestly, I go for the most natural fit with these, and to me, R1 just feels natural. So yeah, that's why I went with that. Next is going to be his get over here. So that's his move that when you web an enemy, you pull them, or actually you don't even have to web them first, but it just makes it a little bit easier as far as automatic aiming. But yeah, that's the move where you just pull them over to where you are. That's the move where people like to pull people off the map. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like I said, I'm not a good Spider-Man, so I'm not doing that very successfully, but exactly, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's why I don't play Spider-Man. Yeah, see, I'm still messing up. Yeah, there we go. So that's that move right there. I have that as square, just because I don't know. For me, maybe because I don't play him a lot, so I can't. That might be one of the things. It's like, that's not really a good one. But when I have played him, it feels pretty natural. But also, my aim with him like that is not that great, so that's not really something that I'm using that often. But when I do use it, I just tap square real quick, and I'm right there. And he doesn't reload. He reloads automatically. So that's something that you will usually press to reload. So instead of using it as a reload, you just use it as a firing button. So square, closest button besides X, and the most natural button, at least for my finger, just to move up from the right the right stick to square. So I don't know, using it just feels pretty simple to me. Like, look, I'm getting better. Next we have his amazing combo. So that's the move where that dangerous uppercut that does a lot of damage. I have that as a click of the left stick, just because that's a move that you're probably going to use pretty much every single time you engage with an enemy. You're going to use the left stick, or you're going to use that uppercut. So that's why I have it as that. Pretty good, like just a natural feeling move. There we go, I hit somebody. There you go. Pretty natural feeling move, you know what I'm saying? Not too much to think about. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, something about it just makes sense. So that's my that's my process with these controls. If it makes sense, you just do it. And when I was playing around, L3 just made sense to me. Shoryuken! Next we have the flip and flip. That's just his double jump. I mean, pretty simple, bro. Like, I almost never change jump or primary fire. Like, those things are going to stay the same almost all the time. And lastly, at least for me, his most important change were his web clusters, his web shooters. And I changed that to the click of the left trigger, because that is something that you want to use very often. And also, you're aiming that and they're very forgiving. I feel like the hardest thing, like I said, I'm not a Spider-Man main, so I can't speak to this like for sure, but I think the main thing with Spider-Man is like mastering your aim as far as like your web, but you have so many chances to hit it. It's just like you don't really have to. It's pretty forgiving, you know. So you have 5 and they reload pretty quickly, you know what I'm saying? So if you can hit that web, honestly, they're at your mercy for the most part, especially if their team isn't around, not paying attention to you or whatever. So yeah, hitting that web is gonna be, to me, the hardest part. But once you hit that web, like I said, they're at your mercy. Like they're pretty much cooked. Especially, like I said, if they don't have their team around, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what they're gonna do. Like if it's a healer and no one's paying attention to a Spider-Man, oh my gosh, you're cooked. So I feel like those are the 2 most important things when it comes to Spider-Man: aiming his web and hitting them, and also well, of course, just knowing what you're doing, but also learning how to pull people off the map and aiming that properly. Once you master those 2 things, bro, you're gonna be, also the swinging, you know what I'm saying, the swinging, but that just takes a little bit of time. I feel like it doesn't really take too long. Even me right now, I'm not an expert swinger, but as you can see, like it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Of course, it's gonna be easier. The better you get, the better you know what I'm saying, the better you get, the better you get. You feel me? But just to get into it, I don't know. I just started doing this shit, and it feels pretty good. I'm getting scared. I don't know where I am anymore. Mommy. That's better. Back to civilization. Like I said, bro, Spider-Man is a very, very good character. As you see, like his moves, we went through all of them. He has a lot of moves. That's why he's 5 stars. To me, for sure, he has the lowest floor in the game. Lowest floor in the game by far. I think I have a Black Panther video. I know in that video I said, it might not be out yet, I know in that video I said Black Panther has the lowest floor. Spider-Man has the lowest floor. Spider-Man has the lowest floor, because if you're Spider-Man, you don't know what you're doing, you're literally going to be useless to your team. You're going to be useless to your team. So before you trot your Spider-Man out in competitive play, please, for the love of God, just do a little research, do a little practice. Watch this video a few times, you know what I'm saying? Like get your practice right, because his floor is very low, but his ceiling pretty high. Like a Spider-Man can wreck a game. I was like, a Spider-Man can easily, once a Spider-Man knows what he's doing, one of the scariest characters in the game to me. Like one of the scariest characters. There's a reason why he gets banned so much, especially in like higher competitive settings, just because once they know what they're doing, bro, they're just like, they're a menace. Like they're literally a menace. They're pulling you off the map, they're focusing your healers, they're just annoying you, they're rage baiting you, they're doing all types of things to you just to get on your nerves, like all the time. So yeah, be mindful of that. But Spider-Man, pretty dope character, my favorite Marvel character of all time. So it's very irritating that I'm just not good with him. Every time I try to practice him, I regret it immediately. But maybe, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I got a little bit better with him today, so you know, maybe I'll try again. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching it to the end. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout for more Maximize Potential videos. It's your boy HWK Jockey. Remember the LCSS and FCA, that's Focus, Conquer, and Accomplish. I'm out. Peace. That boy cold. Look at him, boy. Hold on.